sound. It's the New Year, it's January 1st. Happy New Year's to all of you guys. Some comment below if you're celebrating the New Year's or something happened and you want to do some better music in this new year. Just drop a comment below, like and subscribe always, of course. And guys, I'm gonna make you like an ambient film score, like really from scratch. I have absolutely nothing, and the best tool for this is to use Logic Alchemy. It's got amazing pad, ambiences, soundscapes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start from absolute scratch, and I'm gonna try to imaginate, let's say, an ambient thing that would fit very well in the background of a score. You know, I did quite a few episodes of this, dark ambient film score, more Vangelis style, more even Hans Zimmer style. I did a remake of Times, which is amazing. One of his best film score. Also did Interstellar, that was Inception time, and you know, all those things really inspire me. I know I make electronic music mainly, guys, for 20 years now, but I want to go into something that's definitely more challenging, which is making some dark ambient film score, like from scratch, of course. And of course, this episode will be turned into 3 templates: Ableton, Logic Pro X, FL Studio. Of course I make it in Logic, but we will translate it. I like to call for every DAW. So if you like something, you like the sound, you like the ideas, you're gonna be able to replicate it in the DAW. You're gonna have the keys you're gonna be able to play, and I think this is a very cool tool to learn along this tutorial. Said enough, guys, let's get started. Really looking forward. It's been about 10 days I didn't do an episode, and I don't like to stretch it this much. You know, I like to my output to be constant. So I'm starting today with a pad, which is here, dark and deep. I take E, G, and C. I think I'm gonna make my sequence a bit longer. So I have an idea already, as you see when I start. I already have an idea, so. So that's my idea, to have a background pad that's big, deep, and get fairly simple keys. I want the keys to go a bit on top of each other. I'm not sure this is right. I think I will. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. I think I wanted to bring it up a little bit because it sounded a bit weird when it changed key. Yes, that's a lot better. Again, this is a bit much in terms of keys, so I'm going to keep it very, very simple. And of course I can open it. There's not even a reverb on it yet, and it sounds quite gigantic, so it's a good start. But I'm very low in the scale, you see. I'm at C0, so it's a start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this, you know, quite a bit, so I'm able to start. So this could start to a track. I think I would start it very, very, very low with a filter on it. So I'm going to do straight away an automation. I'm going to put it on touch. I'm going to show off the automation by removing this and clicking A. So put it to read and see the automation written already here. Here you go. So I'm going to put it lower so I can really calibrate it now. So depending on what will happen, I will change it or I will automate it, but I will start with this. And then right away I'm going to create a second track. I'm going to go into Alchemy, and I want like some kind of an ambience that will complement this. That's more airy, really, maybe in the top end a little bit more. And this goes into soundscape here, and there's a lot in Logic and Alchemy. This is, I don't know what this synth was made of for, really, primarily before Logic bought them, but wow, what a synthesizer. Totally understand why Apple decided to buy this. like this key, this C. Super nice, I'm gonna put it in right away. So it will progress through time, and we can also, of course, modulate it and do different things with it. So when I do those episodes, guys, I don't have like quite a clear idea of what I'm about to do, but I kind of, you know, I have a routine, I would like to say, that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make this type of music, and then I kind of rehearse in my head, and I'm like, okay, earlier when I was preparing, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make this type of thing, and what it will be like, I have no idea, but I kind of pre-conceptualize the idea, and then when it's time to lay it, it kind of flows. Of course, with some coffee. So that was good here. Maybe a bit lower. Not quite. Not quite. Was looking for the key is right, I think. The idea is right, but as for the sound, it isn't. Ooh. I like that. This is interesting. I have a low pass cutoff here, and it's not active. If I would like to use it, I could, but I'm actually gonna have a look into it. Oh yeah. So I have this sound. It's almost like an acouphene, like in the ear. Can hear it. Sweet. Mostly on the right now. So here, I can't really hear in my head. I hear a lot of things in my head, guys. I think it's a good thing, really. When you make music, it's definitely is a good thing. If you hear a lot of music in your head and you're just walking down the street, it also could be good, whatever. So I'm gonna go into percussions. I'm not sure if there's drums in there, like big drums, but I will give it a try because let's say that I would attempt to make everything with Alchemy. So there's rhythmics here. Or it's not drums, just rhythmics, and then sequence, synths, vocals, no, ambient, vocal. So I would like just a big hit. Canadian Crush, that's an interesting name for. That is very odd. What is this? Let's go down. Oh yeah, I used that in a track before. So I'm going to take the same key to keep everything in tune. Key that I use here, which is a C. That's absolutely fine. I will just drop it. If I go too low, I lose it. So I thought about here. After the acouphene kind of goes down a little bit to have like a punchy, like a hit. Yeah, it's okay. Well, not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to cut it here. It's nice. I think maybe with some EQing and making it a bit chunkier. I really want to push. Oh, there's substance there, so I think I can make it happen. Oh. Started feeling something here, that's good. Also gonna cut the top end from it. I just want to thump. So you can take a lot of sound and really transform them through sound design like this. It's not what it was primarily, but we're taking a part out of it. And I can also maybe just have a... See, there's nothing here. I need this punch. Let's have a look what is there. The phase, the phrase length, reverb, resonance. Don't really quite need any of this. Maybe this. So a bit long. That is very odd, but it's cool. Let's listen to it. So I think there's a bit too much bass. I hear it. It's resonating quite heavily, actually a bit more on. If I really want just the thump. So from the start now. So we'll bring it back here, just punch in with like the big kind of brass pad sound. Just bring it at the right time here. So what I would like, I can already hear. I mean, this is a different kind of episode because I feel like I want to build the track as I move along. Usually I would build it, create a loop, but I mean, I guess for this style, maybe not. So I did this let's call it acouphene. Here. I think I'm gonna drop it here. So it's good there, it's great. But once the sound coming in, it's not really working so well, so I want to leave some space. So I will drop it here. Actually, I will drop it even more slowly here. So it's coming in, and really right away will kind of disappear in the background. With that it here. What I would like here, there's a bit of a space around bar 8. Maybe introduce some sound, something that will keep not the listener so interested, because I'm not trying to catch people's attention. I just want it to be in the background. But here, right here, there's a need for something just before this, like maybe like a high pitch kind of sound that will kind of complement this. So as you see, guys, mainly sound design, not so much composition. I could basically, my inspiration, I would say Trent Reznor, the Social Network movie. I mean, definitely quite a soundtrack. Maybe you never really thought about it because it's so much in the back, but it just builds so the tension so well. This was an interesting movie for sure. Kind of people view on this changed quite a lot since this movie came out. It was kind of glorified in the moment and stuff, and now it's kind of evilized, and I don't know. Definitely need to be adjusted a little bit. And here, like I said, I would like a sound. Put another pull another instance of Alchemy here. It's gonna be strings could be good at the top, like some kind of. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull a reverb. If you know me, guys, you know that I use Silver Verb with my own preset. It's called Grandiose. So you go from, let's say, Grandiose here. Oh, there's a plane just took off. Sweet. You go from this here to I think I want to go higher. So something a bit more Maybe distorted could be good. Oh, it's only one. Whoa. Ooh. So that's interesting. It's a bit too high. Here. I think I will enter it. I'll introduce it at 7. And with this little kind of arpeggiated repeater here, I think it does very well. Let's hear it. It's nice. It's a bit not. I wouldn't call it soft, but it's not. Doesn't fit in the context of the rest of the sound, I would say. So let's try something else. Hear it. I like this better. It's good. It's a bit long. Let's hear the part all together. I'm gonna play with the filter here. I like this chunky synth here. I think what I'm going to do now, when we're getting to the second part, I'll take this little progression here, bring it up here, remove the filter, send it to our mega reverb, drop the volume. That is becoming a very interesting kind of start. I like this Acufan. It's really like, I think it's a little bit loud really. Maybe I should put it down just a tiny bit. And here. So if I wanted to play with it, I would probably play with the volume a little bit here. Oh, that's not the volume, that's cut off. I'm gonna continue in my in my way of my electronic kind of introducing other element, again replicating this. I'm going to create a chord with this, doing a +12 here. Going to create a very low arp that will run in the background. Change the synth to, well, actually maybe I'll keep this in. Maybe I'm just going to drop an arp on there. MIDI effects, arp. Then I'm going to go into Alchemy. I usually use RetroSend to do this. However, I think I'm gonna switch it now. Then I'm gonna go to my part here. It's barely audible, really, because it isn't the type of sound you would use to do something like this. So I'm gonna drop the volume. Not quite what I'm looking for yet. Whoa. Not quite that too. I think I'm a bit too low, guys. This is what's happening. I think we'll go back to the start because there was some interesting things that I probably missed. Not quite. Ooh, that I like. This has an interesting. I think the arp is not quite exciting. Ooh. So I would take this and I would introduce the arp like this, probably with a filter. Actually, the cutoff is already here, so let's go back into the advanced, the simple mode here. Actually, it's right here. Let's see if we can subdue it a little bit to introduce it slowly. Oh yeah. I'll also put one of those drums here in the middle. Maybe even Oh, I did push save, guys. I think I'll save it here. Just for the sake of it. I will save it a bit later anyways. Episode 266, guys. Woo! Another 265 episodes to watch while I'm having a sip of coffee. I don't think I need this yet. I wanted to put it here really, so. It's a nice sound, this little arp there. Not too fast. I want to keep it like really in the back. I'm even tempted actually to bring it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Because we had momentum and there was action, there was many things happening, which was great. Like now I want to bring it to only one key. So we'll play with that one key. We'll extend it. We play with the parameters to make it more interesting, but it's gonna stay like this. Because this automata thing here sounds very good with this key. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat it one more time. Can even bring this a little bit more here. Actually not. It's better if I bring it down. Let this part shine. And then I'm going to take the key again and I will bring this pad, but the top one. Try to filter it as much as I can and let it come in slowly. I think I would put another one of these. So that's a good moment. It's definitely worth really taking it down almost completely here with another drum. So after all this, I will just completely take it down, let it go up completely. Probably gonna keep this here to keep some tension. And then so there, I think I will introduce a new element, like something more. So I'm gonna write the name of the tracks because it's getting a bit confusing. So bass pad at the top here. This is arp bells, I would say. They're quite dulcy. Here we have a top pad, which I will actually put at the top here. Then we have this acouphene, which is fine. This is like a sitar hit with a lot of effect, but still good. And this is deep drum. I mean, there's not much in there, huh? I think we need the acouphene to come back here. From this here to cut the little melodic part that is after, because it doesn't really work here, so I just want the hit. So it's still there because of the decay, but it's okay, you can fix that later. I'm tempted to, this is a tough one. I'm gonna do Control A, name region by track, color region by track, which doesn't do anything because there's no colors yet. See where we're at. 30 minutes, guys. I think it's good. Definitely, there's definitely the basis in there to make something. And what I do is I layer the part I had, and of course I'm gonna make some templates like I told you guys. I'm gonna continue another 2-3 minutes with you, and then I will turn it into a template because I don't want to make those episodes too long. Some episodes are specials, I make them longer, but once I have something that I think I can really turn into a good template, which is it's enough already. So let's listen to it from the start. Get the main bass pad in there, the acouphene that's doing his job, the deep drum is coming in now, boom. Then we're opening completely. Is this? Oh, it is in the reverb. Particularly like this part so far. What we'll do there, I would continue build another part of all of those instruments after drop completely. This I will not take for the first part, I think. For the first part here, I'll just restart very low with most of the instruments. Maybe at the brass would hit a bit strong. See, I don't like this arp bells so much with the different keys, so I'm gonna just leave it to repeat itself and see if the keys will work in the mix. Yeah, so it worked quite well, so I'm gonna keep it very low here. And even the same here with the bass pad. I think I will keep it into one key. I like this feel of just like a singular kind of thing that's evolving. The keys are good, but they're not always necessary to create like a vibe. It could be like a really long, drawn-y thing that's like 2 minutes long. It's the same sound, but then you modulate it, you change it, put it in the background, bring it back. You know, it can do some really great thing with just this and the proper scene. Of course, if you be to score a film. I'm gonna see secondary ruler. So I have 2 minutes, which is what will be the template. I'm gonna put in a lot of work into that, guys. Make it into like a super deep thing, mix it properly, engineer it, transfer it into different dossier, guys. And I hope you guys enjoy, and take a minute to smash that like button. And until next time, guys, may the sounds be with you.